What is up, all of my beautiful dudes and dudettes? We are here today with, what's your name?
My name's Miguel Luyo.
Miguel Luyo, and what did you do today?
I got third place at the Rochester Regional, here in New York.
With what deck?
Playing SCARECLAW. Pure SCARECLAW.
He's crazy. SCARECLAW, that is insane. Do you want to talk about your matchups, or do you want to like give your shout outs and then go right into the profile? What do you want to do?
To be honest, I don't really remember all my matchups at the moment. I think I played 2 Rescue Ace, everything else was a different deck throughout the day. I guess maybe just a couple quick shout outs. Shout out Tony, Dave, all the guys back home in Frederick, Maryland, where we come from. We got some competitive players out there, some good locals, so they make me a better player. So shout out to all of them. And I think that's it. We'll probably do right into it.
Yeah, awesome. Let's just hop right into the profile now.
Sick. So we'll start main deck here. And if you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know.
Absolutely. Of course, we probably
go
will.
Through this. So we got start with the 1 Visa Starfrost. You just play 1 in this deck. It's basically you open this guy with any of the other SCARECLAW names. You can do a lot of cool things. No reason to play more than 1 though. So so we got that guy. And then here we have the full SCARECLAW lineup. So max out 3 on all these guys. They're all 1-card starters. They're all extenders. It's a 1-card OTK through an open board. Obviously right card's the best because it's kind of like the SCARECLAW gauge. You search and draw 1. Yeah, pretty sick. But all these guys are great. And then just like, a quick rundown. Piercing, multiple attacks, boost the attack. So with just 3 of these guys on board, that's like almost 20,000 damage, piercing through monsters. So,
have you ever tested with lower ratios, or is it pretty? You can't really cut down on those?
But no, I don't think you want to cut down on them because everything's a 1-card starter, and you see 1 name and you're playing, you can at least try and play.
And if you see multiples, their summon isn't once per turn.
Yeah, exactly. It only hurts if you open all 3. That's when it only hurts. But if you open 2, you just normal 1 and then special the other. Yeah. So pretty cool.
Nice.
Next we have the 2 field spell for the deck. You don't really want to open it because you search it with the link 1. And you can actually, with certain hands, search them both. So you search 1, search again, and then the other one you have for follow-up on your opening turn. So pretty cool. No reason to play any less or any more than 2 for sure. Next we have 2 SCARECLAW Arrival, and this is just the extender, right? It's the Monster Reborn. It has to be a main deck guy because it summons back in defense. And then it's like a branded opening effect. Banish it from grave to protect the link guy, from getting destroyed by battle or card effect. Comes up a lot. Really good. And then the first effect, the Reborn, is not once per turn. I think some people get kind of confused on that. But it is not. And so pretty much going second, 9 out of 10 times you're searching this for the extra extender. And then just the 1 trap. And then, this is your going first search off the right card. This is the Twin Saw. This card is insane.
That's one that you banish to just gain protection, or you blank a card.
Yes. So the first effect on field, you tribute a SCARECLAW monster for cost. Target 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them. Icarus Attack, Sword Soul Blackout, really good. And then the same turn, you can banish it from grave if you have the link 3 on board, and no link monsters can activate their effects for the rest of the turn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a floodgate. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, the amount of times that comes up against Dragon Link, Sky Striker I played today, resolved that against him. Crazy.
That's the SCARECLAW package.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the full SCARECLAW engine. Yeah, it's literally the only cards that suck to draw are these 2. So it's just so powerful. The more extenders you see, the better. If you see at least 1 name, you can at least try to play. And then into the very small Kashtira package, 3 Fenrir. So this is really cool in this deck because obviously it's Fenrir. It's a really good generic card going second. But you get to search the SCARECLAW Kashtira. So it's basically an engine piece. It's almost it's not a full starter, but it's kind of like a 1.5 card starter. So really good. And then this card's insane. These 5 cards right here I think are what make the deck very competitive and able to push through hand traps, push through boards, all that good stuff.
And it's just really a free other monster that you can special summon
in
defense.
Exactly. Yeah, you get another monster in defense. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just Fenrir in 1 name is Triheart, Fenrir, Baron, plus your back row. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's insane. Yeah. You can do quite a lot. Yeah. So anytime you open Fenrir, you're feeling really good. You kind of feel like you can play through anything.
Nice.
And then we just get into some of the one-offs. So Rhoda, makes sense. This is just an extra right card.
Yeah.
You want to see it as much as possible. So yeah, that's kind of obvious. And then Instant Fusion, I'll just Oh yeah, I'll show you the target in a minute here.
Someone told me that you resolved this. I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
It's really good though, right?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, so it's Millenniumized Restrict, spoiler, and it's just like another called by in my opinion. Like it just protects against Droll, any other hand traps, and yeah, you get another monster in defense for your draw one. So some synergy there. Called by, we don't like Droll, so I gotta play that right now.
Yes, sir.
Called by and instant called by.
Ooh.
And then the last one, this was like something I changed last minute, Monster Reborn. To be honest, this was very mediocre today. Like you could probably replace that with any other hand trap, tech card, whatever you want. I guess in theory it was like an extra extender, right? But I don't know. I don't know if I'll play it again. That's that's the fringe card. And then that's pretty much it. That's like the whole engine of the deck right here. Last we have is just hand traps. So yeah, this should be relatively standard for the current format. So like 3 Ash, really good generic. 3 Droll, gotta play it. 3 Imperm, and then one of my favorite hand traps, Veiler, and then 2 Ogre.
2 Ogre.
Wow.
And yeah, like it's a mid-range deck, so like I like as many hand traps as possible. I think these 3 make a lot of sense. Just like to quickly touch on the Veiler and the Ogre. Veiler's is just like one of my favorite hand traps. Like I think it's so good. And there was one game today I drew all 3 of them, and like it's
not once per turn, bro.
Yeah, and I resolved all 3 of them, and that got me there. So I was like, okay. And then Ogre, I just think like I wanted to put more hand traps, and I think this is probably the next best one. Just being able to like remove a body from the field, like from your hand, I think is very valuable. And there's like tons of decks where like you can just randomly hit like spells, like just random things that like hurt them really bad.
Yeah, like continuous spells, field spells.
Yeah, so like funny enough today, I played a branded player. He normal summoned Quem, and I ogred it, and like he had no plays for the rest of his turn or his follow up. So like,
as a branded player, that sounds about right with Ogre.
So it comes up pretty big. I like it a lot. I don't think I would call it. And that's the whole main deck, 41, clean 41.
How did you like running Droll and Ash together? Or is it the deck just so consistent that you can run all these like blowout hand traps together, not really worry?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like Droll and Ash, like sure can contradict a little bit, but like I feel like that's a very powerful hand. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd feel confident that my opponent's not playing, like, if I open Droll Ash. And I don't think it happened too many times.
It didn't conflict at all, yeah?
No, yeah. Not that I can think of, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, I guess we'll go into the extra deck here?
Yeah.
Of course.
So this is pretty straightforward here. 3 Lightheart. Some people, a lot of SCARECLAW lists play 2. I think you need 3 just because, like, it very rarely comes up, but the times it does, like, you really wish you had the 3rd one. So I think and it's super flexible, like, you might as well play 3.
I've messed around with SCARECLAW, and I 100% fully understand.
Yeah. Like, there's random other extra deck cards you could put in, but, like, they're not going to be more valuable than the 3rd. Like, the 3rd one of these is going to come up more often than whatever card you would replace it with. So
it's almost in the same vein as like playing the 3rd Shurd, the Ominous Omen, and Tri-Brigade, where it's like everybody will usually play 2, but you need that 3rd to not only push,
it'll be the
but
difference
to
between
have the extra extender for the search effect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, it'll be the difference between a win and a loss a lot of times when it does come up, especially going second. And then, the boss monster of the deck, the 3 Tryhard. This card's just insane. Like, it's insane. Its mini Baguska effect puts everything in defense. It's unaffected. And then its effect to special summons from Grave and searches. Like, it's all one effect. And it's insane. And it's a soft once per turn. I should say that about this, too. These guys are all soft once per turn. So that's why the Visa Starfrost play is really cool. Like, you pop this guy, you summon him back, and then you have another material, to search your field. To search the second field spell. For follow-up, Oh,
yeah, because you can link into Lightheart with Lightheart.
It just has to be from the main monster zone. So you need Starfrost, but it does, It's a really cool play. I do that a lot, and people are just like, people are always like, what? Is it? I'm like, I can do that.
It's the Mannadium special, but in SCARECLAW.
Yeah, exactly, And
it's
then,
almost like it's better in the deck.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think so. And then the Tryhard, just insane. And like a lot of times, like going second, like if you have any level 3 in your graveyard, you have access to any SCARECLAW in your deck through Tryhard. So like sometimes you make one, you search your missing piece. Oh, I still need one more piece. Just make the second one, search it again, and like just the recipe for OTK basically. So that's awesome. And then everything else is just kind of like generic cards that kind of help play through things. So Link Spider, that's specifically play through Nibiru.
Yeah.
All you need is 2 extenders, and you can play through Nibiru with.
Did
Link
that come
Spider.
up today?
Yeah, a couple times. Because like I'll hold as many extenders as I can trying to play through Nibiru, and then they'll nib me, and you just link the token, and then you have 2 extenders, and that's 3 effect monsters for Tryhard. So it's basically the playthrough.
Okay.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Donner, we just need a generic link too that can pop monsters, and what's really cool, what comes up with him is, obviously he leaves the field when you use his pop effect, and then a lot of times that'll open up space for your Lightheart to get its effect.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, and that came up like once or twice today too as well. So that's a pretty cool play. Cross Sheep. This is for a very unique combo. It's basically to make Baron under 5 summons. I didn't use this once today, but like you kind of have to play it. Like if you have a strong inclination that your opponent's on Nibiru, and you know that and you know they're on Nibiru, then you pretty much have to make this, like, you know, in order to play under it. But yeah, it doesn't come up too much. But
Not today, yeah.
Yeah, not today. Yeah. But you definitely need it. Nightmare Phoenix, just need a link to clear spell traps. Yeah, and a cool thing, if it's under Tryhard, you get the co-link and draw one. Pretty cool. For this probably, I didn't play any purely, thankfully. But yeah, I kind of feel like that's kind of a must in the deck as well. Something weird, I'm on 3 Veiler. You don't ever make this except for turn 3 when you went first. But it's crazy, you have Veiler in hand. No, I can't use that on my turn. You just normal summon.
Right.
And you equip right.
Yeah, so you got 3 negates.
Yeah, and this came up like 2 or 3 times today. Like, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's not often, but when it does, it's gonna win you the game.
Wow, the Veiler value, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're getting extra value out of Veiler with it. Yeah, it's pretty sick. And obviously, it's Veiler plus a Kashtira.
Yep.
And then Baron. Yeah, obviously this is generic, super cool. This card comes up a lot, and it's always right card and Visa Starfrost to make the Baron. Yeah. And then I'll just quickly here, I'll show this card first because this card like also makes the deck way more competitive. It's insane. So like going first a lot of times, like, you know, you make Baron, Scareclaw, right card, and then you banish them from grave and you have this too. And it's an extra extender, and most importantly, it allows you to like make Baron turn 1 like plus Tryhard, and you can leave Baron on field. Yeah.
That's nasty. I
Really,
like that
really
a lot.
cool. Yeah, it's insane. It's a fun combo. And then lastly,
The goo.
The second called by the grave.
Yeah, exactly. The second call. That's exactly.
I heard that was really insane in your deck because like it somehow made like it established like a board kind of like protection, right? Or what is
it? It gives you the protection, right? It's kind of like a second called by the grave, and going second too. It's really good, like because it targets on field or grave. So it's kind of like a negate going second, and then like you have the extra defense for a draw, and then like once you get to the end of your turn, you just link it off and you like get extra follow up or whatever. So yeah, it's really good. Like I actually just recently added that, and I don't know why I didn't have that from the beginning. So,
nice.
Yeah, so that's the extra deck. Yeah, pretty clean. And like I have a lot of stuff and a lot of like, you know, utility and everything in there, but 90% of your games you're just summoning Tryhard and Lightheart. That's all you need. Yeah, especially going second.
At any point, did you miss like having an Appaloosa or something like that, or even like an access code?
No, not at all.
Wow.
Because like the Tryhard, it just OTKs so easily. Like it's so all you need is to get your 3 bodies on board, and it's pretty easy to do. And you have like 20,000 damage.
So it's like you have like 3 access codes anyway.
Like
that can do piercing.
Most games, you look at the board and you're like, okay, I just out that background. I don't care how many monsters are on field. Like you can't stop.
I'm
me
going to
from
attack
gaming
every
it.
single one of them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pierce through every single one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
And he's unaffected by all of them as well. So,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I don't really miss it at all. And then you'll see maybe in the extra deck some things that kind of like help make up for like the lack of like negation and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I'll quickly go through the extra deck here. This should be pretty standard. I think just about everybody is playing like 2 Lightning Storm, Feather Duster. This really good. Wanted to keep it in the side. I don't want it to conflict with Fenrir in the main. But yeah, I mean obviously super good going second. I don't think I need to say too much. I want to respect Labyrinth, and I want to respect Branded. So I feel like, I don't know, I just kind of feel like these are a must for certain matchups because they're really good. And it came up against Branded today, so.
Nice.
Yeah, gotta have those. And then 3 Judgment, yeah, that kind of helps with the negation.
There you go.
I've read about that somewhere.
yeah, really good card.
Did you like it today?
Oh, dude, I love it. This card's so good. Like, in theory, you have Solemn Judgment for what, like Lightning Storm, Evenly, like Board Breakers.
Dark Roller,
but like, there's so many decks that just lose immediately if you use Judgment or Normal Summon. Like, so many decks. And that's what I usually use it for.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Pretty cool. And then the little spice here. So this is I side this in only going first. This is the Omni Negate for the Scare Clash, or for the Scareclaw. It's called Scare.
It's a continuous too. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really cool because it doesn't negate the activation and it doesn't destroy. And it sends to graveyard for cost, like from the spell trap zone. So like there's absolutely no way they can negate it. Like no way at all. And then it doesn't negate the activation. So Branded Fusion, Talents, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it just crumbles.
Yeah.
And then just the last 2 cards, I think just wanted to respect back row decks a little bit more.
Yeah.
Cosmic Cyclone. This goes in going first, going a lot. So yeah.
Did you play a lot of back row decks today? Or?
I didn't play any. Luckily, yeah. Played Rescue A's. Yeah, you could say so.
So how do you feel having gotten third place at a 206-person regionals with SCARECLAW?
It feels good. I mean, I've been playing this deck for a few months now, and I've had more success with this deck than any other deck I've played in my time playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think it's super, super underrated. I mean, give it a try. It's also really, really fun to play, especially if you just like swing it a bunch of times for a bunch of damage. It's pretty good.
It's a combo Unga Boonga deck.
Yeah, kind of. And it's very simple. Like, there's no confusing lines or anything. But yeah, I say to people all the time, like, I think it's super underrated. So, but yeah, that's the process.
Very nice.
Thank you very much, and
Congratulations for doing so well, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Can't wait to see you do more. See ya.
Thank you.